The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If
Hey,
you
Dusty
knew
here.
the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
Oh, it's true.
And your mother.
I'll be back.
Oh, you are.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Hey, don't talk like that.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
That's what she said.
The needs of the many.
I hope you didn't say that.
Outweigh
The needs of the few.
or the one.
Oh, the one.
You.
You are you not.
There is
Rick.
no try.
There is no try, Rick. You eat everything.
That's true.
Rick's your space.
Prosper.
Get away from her, you
Hey, don't
bitch!
talk to Newt like that.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Bye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that! I see dead people.
So what? You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute!
What I do is not up to you.
We haven't even seen the new one. Oh,
We're home.
everybody.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me.
That means
I'm one with the Force and the Force
I
is with me.
am one with God, and God is with me. I am one with
I'm
you
one with the
guys
Force and the
today.
Force is with me.
Welcome, everybody, to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly Webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker. Next to me is...
Captain Rickster, Trickster, or just don't call me late for any type of food.
Do not call... He will not be late, that's for sure.
I am your
And he will help you finish your food.
You get it right.
We've got a great show to get today, guys. Lots to talk about. We're going to be talking about Godzilla -1,
Oh, yeah.
which is Captain Rickster's favorite thing in the planet.
Yes, yeah, that part right.
That soap opera -1.
No soap opera.
And we're going to be talking about Monarch, of course, Legacy of Monsters. Wow, this is a Godzilla type of day for you, Captain
You
Rickster.
got it.
And of course, we're going to talk about For All Mankind.
What do you mean, my step through?
So, Monarch, of course, Legacy of Monsters, not
Right.
League. No, I was thinking about the Justice League
Yes,
for some
you
reason.
were.
And
Oh, you're thinking about Godzilla versus Superman, right?
I wasn't thinking about that. But Superman would beat Godzilla, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, he lost.
I don't believe it.
I do.
It's fiction. Well, it's all
What
fiction,
we're
right?
talking about.
So the two shows we're going to review, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, and For All Mankind, are both on Apple Plus
There
streaming.
they are.
Wow, Apple Plus is doing a great job, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Also, some announcements to make today, since Dante asked about it. I will be appearing in Boston, or in the Boston area abouts. It's going to be March, I believe it's March 20th. I have to look at 23rd, that weekend. And got some exciting stuff planned for you. I actually, well, not actually, but probably I will be performing as well that weekend with ACM, and we got some new songs we're going to have out at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you make it if you can, Dante. By the way, you asked me where it was located. When I shared that post, if you go below it, it actually tells where it's at. But I will still try to get the information for you because you asked me in a private message. Also, let's see what other announcements. Also, in June, I'm going to be appearing here in Dallas, June 27th through the 30th at Rebel Scum Con. This is actually a Star Wars only convention. So they already have 23 guests that are
Right.
appearing. They're going to have like up to 40 Star Wars actors there. I'm going to be there myself as well in Dallas. So if you're a big Star Wars fan, not just a Mace Tawani fan or an Eric Walker fan of the music, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you're going to want to come and see some of the people that I'm fans of as well.
Yeah, and I'll be there.
Captain Rickster, of course, will be there, and All for Sci-Fi will be covering it.
That's right.
Since Celebration is not happening for who knows how long, we don't know how long. We know in 2025 it's going to be in Tokyo.
Yep.
But I heard a rumor, and I'm not trying to start rumors,
Oh, yeah.
but I heard it's still not coming back to the USA after Tokyo.
No.
I heard a rumor it's going to be in Europe again. It's going to be in Germany. So remember I said that on today's show, and then you'll see if the rumors were true.
Yeah, 2027.
Yeah. Although you would think in 2027 they would bring it back to the States because that's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
Yes.
So whoever's thinking about the Germany, rethink it. They could always change their mind anyway, right?
Of course.
Of course they can. But again, today we're going to be talking about, Captain Rickster's favorite, Godzilla -1.
Yep.
And there's another picture of Godzilla. He's blocking us now.
Isn't he nice?
Yeah. And then we're going to be talking about, yes, he does look ferocious. And we're going to be talking about Monarch, of course.
Yep.
And other than Monarch, we're going to be talking about For All Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be exciting. And one more announcement. Yub Nub, the Forgotten Ewok Adventures documentary is still on, guys. We went ahead and rebooted the Kickstarter, put it at a lower amount because we had realized that we had done so many of the interviews with the cast and crew already. We have to make this documentary happen. It's still going to cost a lot of money to do the mastering and the mixing and other stuff. Plus, we want to make sure you guys get those rewards. So go back the campaign. We set it at like $6,200 or something, some smaller amount. And last I checked, we were already in 3 days, we were already at $6,000.
Ooh, that's good.
So we're only $200 away from it actually making it official. So there's a lot of rewards, which are still available. Even if we go over our amount and it's funded, you still want to take advantage of the rewards, like the special Ewok set of action figures, or the signed pictures, or the t-shirt, or the poster you see on the screen right now. So go back the campaign. We could still raise more money, and the more money we raise, the better it's going to be, of course. But we want to make sure we still do it for the Ewok fans and preserve this part of Star Wars history. So, hey, howdy. The Lost Souls trilogy is on.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice to see you guys again. Okay, so is there any other announcements, Captain Rickster? No more announcements?
No, but I do know.
Oh, I remember. Big one. We actually where were we this last weekend, of course?
LA Con.
That's correct. We were at LA Comic Con. So
and that was exciting.
Yes, we were. We actually covered it. We did a live stream on Friday. And then we took a lot of video. We're still editing the video. I'll probably have it up in the next day or two. We'll have like a bunch of probably put 2 days together, making a nice long video for you guys to see, but it'd be edited. We'll probably get that up on the channel in the next day or two. And what else did we do? We were here, Captain Rickster.
Oh, yes.
The happiest place on earth.
Disneyland.
We were there at Disneyland and Galaxy's Edge, which was great. So
it was beautiful at night.
It was. Doesn't it look great at night?
Oh, yes.
Galaxy's Edge. It looks awesome. Okay, so what do you want to review first?
Do All for Mankind.
For All Mankind.
Okay, For All Mankind.
And Tom is a great guy. He's a young filmmaker, but he's talented. Go watch his King Kong documentary. It's great. Yeah. Okay. So For All Mankind, let's go. Let's jump right into it. As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. Don't stream it. Don't go watch it at the movie theater. It's just not.
Not good.
We just don't recommend it.
Right.
This episode of For All Mankind gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Captain Nixter?
I'll agree with you.
Okay. Not supposed to agree with me, but that's okay. Bap. No, just joking.
It's
No more
alright.
violence.
It's it was.
You fell asleep. I
It
think
was.
you told
It
me.
was a sleeper movie. A sleeper show.
It was one of those episodes where they're in transition. They're actually just discovered this new asteroid that they're going to try to capture that has all this iridium or something
Yes,
like that.
I remember that much of it.
And apparently, there's not much of that on the planet Earth, and Russians control it, and there's going to be this battle over it, I'm sure,
Right.
between the Russians, the Americans, and the civilian
Population.
business thing. There's 3 different factions that are trying to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you this. It is a very interesting show. Every season I've enjoyed. I think this is on the 4th season for All Mankind on Apple
season.
Plus. And it's kind of neat because it's like what if, like the what if in the Marvel universe. It's like, what if the space race never died down? We still went to space because we're in 2003, 2004, and we're already have on Mars. We already have all these people working on Mars.
Yep.
Like 20 years ago. And that probably would have happened had we not just stopped.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Although I'm encouraged over the next few years, we're actually the Artemis mission is going to be flying around the moon first, and then we're going back to the moon. So all those people that don't believe went to the moon,
we're going back to the moon.
We're going back to the moon. Maybe they could do a flyby of the old flag or whatever,
Yeah.
and see some old stuff, so we could put that to rest, right?
Yeah, really, yeah.
So yeah, in this particular episode, like I mentioned, they found this asteroid, and they're talking about how to go there. And the Helios group, which is the privately funded group, they want to go there too to help with that. And he's trying to get. The thing that's neat about it is it has real famous people in history, like Baldwin and different real astronauts. Older and like they're still going to space, which is kind of cool. And Kelly Baldwin, who is adopted daughter of the astronaut Baldwin, she ended up having her child in space. She got together with a Russian guy, and that didn't go over too well with her father.
Oh,
past seasons.
That's it's public relations right there.
Yeah, but now she wants to take her child.
Ooh.
With her, who's young, because he has a heart problem because he was born in space or something like that. And she's saying the low gravity of Mars will actually make his heart condition better.
That's true.
Make him breathe better. So that's going to be interesting coming up. So we'll see what the next episode is. You got anything else to say about it?
No, not really.
Not much, except for that you fell asleep.
I fell asleep I fell asleep when they were talking about getting that asteroid, and Russia and the Americans were trying to figure out how they're going to get onto it.
Right. And the original head of NASA who started all this and was running NASA forever defected to the Russians. So she's helping the Russians now too. So she was a bad girl, but she fell in love with the Russian head of one of the heads of the Russian space agency, and he ended up getting killed, and then she defected there.
Yep.
And actually in this scenario, Gorbachev was still the president, but he just got overthrown recently in 2003.
Right.
So they're going more, and it's still called the Soviet Union, by the way.
Was he overthrown by Putin?
It wasn't Putin for sure. Don't say that name on our show.
Oh, it was Trump.
Yeah, don't say that name on our show either. We don't talk about politics or current stuff that's going on, only movies, right? So erase that. Doesn't exist. We're going to have to delete that out. No, seriously, I don't want to get into any politics.
It's not politics.
I don't want to talk about anybody that's current.
I was just throwing some names out there.
I don't want any names that are current. Okay, so what's next?
Let's do Monarch.
You want to do Monarch? Okay.
Yeah, let's do Monarch.
Is that you sure you want to do Monarch?
Well, that's because you fell asleep through it. I didn't.
I didn't fall asleep through Monarch. I had some things to say about it. Okay, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Yep.
Let's give the official All for Sci-Fi rating. I give this one a 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Cap Nexter?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Not just because I like it.
He is biased.
Because I know what it is. What
He
they're
is
trying to do.
biased. He loves Godzilla too much. This
but
latest episode
wait till
of
next episode. Oh,
my
wait till next episode comes out.
problem with this
Pretty good.
episode of Monarch, and I liked it. I still gave it 4.25 stars. But my problem with it was there wasn't enough monsters in it since he likes monsters.
Well, the problem is though, you got to remember they're looking for their father, and that's
not the episode. Let's talk about the episode. This episode is, remember they got rescued by the helicopter after that ice monster thing in the last episode. Yeah. Now that the screen went blank for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Now they threw them in some sort of holding cells and they're being like jerks about them.
That's true. That's Monarch for you.
And they're all upset, and then they let him go.
Yeah.
After all that.
But they put him on a leash.
Yeah, they kept that main guy who was running around with them, who used to be who started Monarch with their grandmother.
No, your grandmother and grandfather.
Remember that?
Yep.
So then they were supposed to fly to Tokyo, but they flew back to Oakland, so that they could go to San Francisco, and because they want to check out their father's office in San Francisco. Yes. I mean, I'm not saying it's not an engaging story. It really is. It's great. I just want to see more monsters.
We will in the next.
Of course,
one.
The acting's great.
Yes, the acting's great. And she's going to turn out to be a woman lover.
That's okay. Love is love, Captain Richter.
That is true.
So
gotta find it where you can.
Captain Richter, the equal opportunity racist, always says racist comments because he's older than all of us.
That is true.
He sits there and watches. What's that video you're always watching?
Oh, you mean Don Rickles?
He's watching. There's a couple of them.
Well, I watch Don Rickles, and I watch what's his name?
It's not that they're not funny, but it's like dated.
It's dated back.
It's
in
dated,
70s.
And they're using just stuff that would be considered racist today.
Forrest Brooks.
I don't know who that is, but
another comedian.
But I tell them turn that stuff off when I'm walking in the room because I hear them say some racist comment. That's anyway. Enough about that.
He's just an aggressive person, or was.
Well, back in the 60s and 70s when you were growing up, Captain Richter, that kind of stuff was okay, but it's not in 2023.
That's because
we're more enlightened.
Yeah, we're enlightened, all right. yeah, definitely enlightened.
Well, at least I am. You know, I really think I am 35 and not what it is in reverse because I'm more enlightened than him.
Yeah.
And he's only 12 years older than me.
Yeah, so I'm 56. So what makes the difference?
Well, I'm 35. Reverse it.
Yeah, well, you reverse mine. I'm 56 and reverse mine.
Yeah, but you're showing it, my friend.
Next month, next year, I won't be able to say that.
Yeah. You'll have the same numbers.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
Yikes. That's happened when you get to my age.
Next year, I'll be 45.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Enough of us talking and bantering back and forth. Enough of this bromance we have. Okay. Yes. Let's move on.
Definitely good bromance.
So anyway, so they ended up showing back up there. We get to see a lot about San Francisco. They're trying to get to the father. I mean, it had some pretty engaging things, like when they're trying to get to the father's office and they're running from the military. But I just wanted to see more monsters, not the flashbacks that she was having. But okay, let's call this a transitional episode.
That's basically what it was.
Let's call it transitional. Because I hope I see more monsters next week.
I saw the previews of the next show, and it's definitely it is a monster.
Am I going to see some monsters?
Yes, you'll see.
So I'm going to be happy. New ones?
No, I think it's one old one.
Doesn't matter, but at least
it might be two. It might be one new one and one old one. All
right, I'm excited to see the next episode of Monarch. Let's jump into the main course.
Oh, yes.
Captain Richter's. This was actually in Japanese, and it was subtitled, and I didn't have a problem with that. At first, it took me a few minutes to get used to it, but go see Godzilla -1.
It is excellent, excellent movie.
The official All for Sci-Fi rating of Godzilla -1 is 4.75 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
Oh,
Of course.
Come on, it's gonna be a 5. It's gonna be a 5.0 for me.
Knew that one.
This
Called it.
this is good. I mean, I really
It was a
love
good.
this one.
It was a good.
Of course, he may call it a Japanese soap opera, which it is at the end, but it's
They're
still,
just so dramatic. The
it is
Japanese.
it's still amazing what Godzilla can do after 70 years.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
And
he
looked good.
He didn't look like we did over 69.
He looked good in that. Did they have someone in one of those outfits again?
No, this is all CGI.
Are you sure? Because it kind of looked like a person in an outfit was walking over miniatures in some of those scenes.
No, it goes down through this. There's CGI 3, whatever that means.
I don't know. Some of it was good. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't 5 for me because there's a couple things there about the soapbox that I had problems with. Like at the end, the guy was crying like a baby, and it's like you should be happy the person survived.
That's why
without giving it away.
That's why she's crying. That's why he's crying.
No, he was crying like, oh, my life is so horrible.
Oh, that was earlier because of those guys he
No,
killed.
I know that, but he was so emotional. He was so over the top. It's like someone died, and when someone lived, yes, you cry happy tears, but his tears were like just too dramatic for me.
Remember, she threw him in that cubbyhole, and she went flying somewhere, and he thought she was dead. That's why
everybody thought she was dead. They even had a picture of her, and they were like doing the incense thing for her.
Yep.
So I totally get it, what you're saying.
So that's why he was crying before they did all that stuff.
Right.
Everybody has different reactions.
What was your favorite part of this movie, Captain Rickster?
The favorite part.
You've seen it twice now. I mean, we know you're a Godzilla freak. You're going to see it again, but what's your favorite part?
I like it when he was in town, went through the city there, destroying everything, and then he uses hot breath to make a atom bomb out of it.
Jesus, Captain Rickster. Your favorite part is him killing 30,000 people in the city, destroying Ginza or whatever the name of it was, and creating his heat ray, creating an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like the atomic bomb part.
That wasn't my favorite part.
I like the atomic bomb part.
My favorite part, which I thought was kind of cool, not when he used the heat ray, like Captain Rickster, but I liked how they kind of, and I don't know if they change this. You could correct me if I'm wrong, if you saw this in other Godzilla movies, but I noticed like in other Godzilla movies, you see him light up like that, but you don't see his part of his tail and his fin, pop up. This is original because it's original because they did that originally.
This is original right now in the movie. I've never seen it. I've never seen it in any other movie except this one here.
Oh, that's what you're saying. It's the first time they used it.
First time they used this.
That's what I didn't think that, but I'm asking you because I haven't seen the original Godzilla. But that was cool. I like that effect. And I liked it. Actually, my very favorite part was when he shot the plane into Godzilla's mouth, but he ejected.
Oh yeah.
That I love. That he didn't do the kamikaze. He didn't kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, I'm just positive.
Oh yes, you are. But it's a different.
My favorite part isn't the atomic bomb.
His breath is totally different than any other ones. If you ever see it, if seen any of the other Godzilla movies, his breath is totally different in this movie here than in any of the rest.
Well, I mean, it looked like they killed him, right? But then at the end, you saw it like he was regenerating.
He regenerates because he can't die.
I don't get it. Why can't he die?
Because of the radiation he has in him. That's why.
But would radiation give me radiation if it's always going to make me regenerate? I'll take some radiation.
Yeah, who wouldn't? But he took more than anybody else ever could even stand.
It just doesn't. It's fiction and it's great. So I'm happy and I'm glad we went and saw it.
If you noticed,
my wife would love this movie, by the way.
She would. If you noticed in the beginning of the movie when he came out to attack that island,
right?
You remember the fish that was coming up from the deep?
Because the radiation was killing the fish.
But the thing is, though, he was a dinosaur before he became the radiation hit him. So where did he get the radiation? My thing is, where did the radiation come from?
Well, they at the Bikini Atoll, they blew up a hydrogen bomb on him. Yeah. They showed that in it as well.
That was hydrogen bomb. They took out the atoll. It took out 7 islands if you look at history.
Right. Trying to get this thing up for Captain Rickster real quick so you can see the screen. This thing's acting up.
Big time.
It likes to go to. I'm gonna have to take it off on the TV
Oh,
portion. There
we are.
So
Wow.
that's 3 movies. We said what our favorite thing was.
But
what do we have coming up?
Because there is another Godzilla movie coming out before April 4th. April 4th,
Really?
yes, there's supposed to be another movie of
From
Godzilla.
Toho again?
I don't know who it's coming from. I think it is Toho. I don't know. It's not from Legendary, so it has to be from Toho. It's another one that's coming out, and it's supposed to be between January and March. So it also could be another TV series.
Are you sure about this, Captain Rickster? Or are you just saying that?
No, it's all over the well, not the news, but it's all over. If you go on Google and look at all that stuff.
Well, on Google it says I'm a French model.
Yeah, and I'm a sexy bather, but whatever.
Don't go by whatever Google says, because you could find the same information you're looking for, and you could find the same information you're not looking for at the same time on Google.
Yeah, but it's movie tone. Yeah, movie tone. Movie tone is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's of course.
It's always been correct. So there's a TV series. It's supposed to be 3 movies. So it could be either another movie or another TV series, because January 12th is the last of the Godzilla, Monarch Legendary Monsters.
Right.
Is finished January 12th.
Okay.
So we have to wait to see what's going to happen between after January 12th to the end of March before Godzilla comes out on April 4th.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see. There's going to be. They said 4. We'll see if there's going to be 4 or not. See if they're right.
I got an assignment for you yesterday. Yesterday I noticed too when I was doing the Godzilla -1 tickets, we never went and saw the new Hunger Games.
No.
How did we miss that? I mean, we should have reviewed that.
It's out.
So maybe you could go watch it. Has anybody seen the new Hunger Games? It just came and went? Or no, it's still there.
I think it's still there.
If you want to go watch it, we could talk about it next week. What's coming up? Just what we've been reviewing for a while?
For a while, yeah. Nothing else is new.
We're going to be just talking about Monarch
and
For All Mankind.
That's it.
There might be some stuff on Netflix we could watch for sure. We need to check it out. See what else we could watch. There's got to be something else. Oh, there is other stuff coming. Isn't there other stuff coming this month in December? There was something really big coming in December.
I thought Star Trek was coming out in December.
No, it's something. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Or was it another Star Wars?
No, it wasn't Star Wars. It was something on Netflix. But we'll check it out. If you guys have any suggestions,
research on that stuff.
Let's do some research. The first half of the movie, let's see what Dante is saying. I read the name Tom there. The first half of the movie, you helped making his rap. Good, Dante. Good to hear that. Well, as we always say at All for Sci-Fi, everybody, this week, go out and do 1 act of kindness. Not next week. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
But do 1 act of kindness. We believe it helps make the world a better place. And remember, the Force is with us always.
That is true.
Live long and prosper. And look for that the video about LA Comic-Con. We'll have it up in a day or 2. Maybe even tomorrow. I'll try my best. And that's about it for us today, guys.
Yep. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. Come back next week. Have a safe work week. Stay out of the heat or the cold or wherever you're at. And we'll see you then.
Dante, I'll try to get you that information for the show if you haven't had a chance to look it up. See you next week, everybody, at 3:30.
The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi podcast.